You know, we're not trying to cover up anything. We admit that this happened, and we want to ensure that it never happens again.
The superintendent of a Southeast Missouri school district is apologizing after an incident left a student trapped on a bus for 4 hours. Good evening, everyone. It happened Monday morning in Doniphan. A middle schooler fell asleep on the bus ride home from school.
And when that driver let out the kids and locked up the bus, that sleeping student got left inside. Nikki Clark is in Doniphan to tell us more.
This is where that 11-year-old woke up. He says he sat and waited for hours for someone to come find him.
I saw buses and a lot of trees.
That's what Joseph McGonigal says he saw when he opened his eyes.
It was no one around.
He couldn't figure out how to get the door open. He did find the key to the bus, so he turned the ignition on and was listening to the radio.
His mother, Rachel McGonigal, says she got a call from the school around 11 a.m.
telling me that he had fallen asleep on the bus and they did not notice he was missing. A mechanic went to do some maintenance on the bus and found him approximately 4 hours later.
She says she's still in shock.
Very concerning because this is a special needs bus.
To my knowledge, I've been doing this for 29 years and I've never had it happen.
Superintendent Brad Haygood says bus drivers have a required procedure they're supposed to do before they lock up.
After the bus has been emptied and the bus gets back to the garage where it's parked, then the bus driver gets up, walks to the back of the bus, just checking the seats, and then comes back and leaves the bus.
He says every other bus the district owns has a child safety alarm. He shows me how it works. When the driver does the check, they press that button in the back. If they don't press it, the alarms sound.
This bus did not come to us that way. Why, I don't know. I don't know if they're required to have one since they're such a small bus, but I can assure you it's going to have one.
He also mentioned the bus cameras and says those turn off when the engine turns off. After yesterday's incident, bus drivers will now do the check with the engine on.
We're going to leave the bus on so that the camera's still on, so that we will have video proof, if you will, you know, that the driver did check the bus.
McGonigal says she just wants the community to know it happened because it could have ended much worse. And as for 11-year-old Joseph, he says riding the bus feels scary now.
How them just opened up to me like that and just left. And I fall asleep a lot on this bus, so it could happen again.
The superintendent says they cannot release any information on the driver because it's a personnel matter. He says he wants to make sure the community knows they're taking this seriously and want to make sure it never happens again. In Doniphan, Nikki Clark, Heartland News.